I know it's been a long time since I did a story time. The subject I have chose to talk about is how to deal with a stubborn spouse. And the reason why I'm talking to y'all about this is because I had a friend call me last week and we had a conversation about how to deal with a stubborn spouse. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
It has been told that James and I, we don't have any issues. We don't have any drama in our marriage. The devil is a lie.
That's all I'm gonna say. Because you know what? For us to have made it as far as we have, and we are at 21 years of marriage currently, going on 22 next month, y'all, we have had our issues, okay? And thank God they all were in the beginning of our marriage. Now, they say that you really don't know somebody until you live with them. And honey, that's the truth. As a disclaimer out there, y'all who have met and seen Mr. Long, y'all may think, he's a little uptight or, he's not very social. However, he is all of the opposite. Now, just because I do YouTube, that don't necessarily mean James do YouTube. He could care less. However, he's supportive about what I'm doing. However, I had to get permission, y'all, to have this conversation with y'all because I don't want to put the brother out there like that. However, he ain't like that currently. When we are talking and discussing things dealing with our relationship out of respect, I give him a heads up, just in case our family members are watching and, you never know, okay? Because they all say that we're very, very private. And you know what? That's always worked to our advantage. We are private when it comes to sharing our business and sharing our relationship with our family. Because you know what? My mama, his daddy, his mama, and y'all already know I don't do my DNA. Yeah, they're gonna take sides. And sometimes that can just elevate a situation like the story I'm about to tell y'all now. Y'all, Mr. Long, like I said, you never know somebody until you live with them. And clearly, I learned a lot about my husband when we first got married and lived together. That was the first time that I've ever lived with a man because I don't believe in shacking up. Call it what you want. We had several disagreements and arguments early on in our marriage about numerous things. And my husband always dealt with it the wrong way. He would always be that person that just shut down, don't want to talk, want to talk when he want to talk. And y'all, it just don't work like that. So y'all know that saying they say, never go to bed mad. Well, it's true. You should never go to bed mad. However, shit happens, okay? It happens. And I'm just keeping it honest with y'all, okay? And it happens when you are dealing with stubborn spouses. Because you know what? They want to talk when they want to talk. You sitting there looking at them sleep. And next thing you know, you're sitting there like, I'm irritated. I'm restless because I want to get past this. However, they over there sleeping like a baby. And y'all, that used to be my husband. Child, I'm gonna tell y'all about this one time when I finally got his attention and he stopped being stubborn. There was a journey for him to become stubborn less. Y'all, one time, this was back in 1996, I wanna say. We was living in Hawaii. 1996 was the year that I should have been graduating from college. Now, of course, it didn't play out like that. However, I was a little upset about it. I'm not gonna lie. Granted, you know what? You make your bed, you lay in it, and you live on, right? However, that wasn't quite happening like that for me because I one day was watching The Best of the Class, and I'm pretty sure if you live down south, you still see that.
We're the best of the class this year.
And they do high school, colleges, all of that. Child, that would have been the year that I'd have been graduating, and just watching all of this on TV was irritating me big time. So what did I do? James came home from work one day. I wanted to talk to him about how I was feeling. And so he just like tuned me out. Like, he said he didn't want to talk about that. He was like, I need to stop living in the past, and I just need to deal with what we currently are dealing with, far as, you know, we're a family now. I'm not in college anymore, and, you know, I just need to carry on.
Well, hell, I couldn't just carry on, y'all. I had plans. I had plans that one day I was going to be a lawyer, I was going to have me a red Porsche, and I was just going to be living the life, okay? So, do y'all see me with a red Porsche? Nah, you don't.
Anywho, he just like did not want to like talk to me about this matter. And y'all, it was frustrating. And it is frustrating when you're trying to express your feelings on how you feel about certain things, and then that person that is supposed to be your best friend in the whole wide world, they just shut you out. He just kept like brushing me off, and like, he used to be so stubborn to the point that if he say he don't want to talk about it, y'all, he meant that. He meant that. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Well, this is how I got his attention. One day he came home, and, you know, I asked him one more time, can we talk about this? And he said he still didn't want to talk about it. He was like, he is like really trying to figure out, why am I dwelling on the past, and why can't we just get past this? Well, I'm going to tell y'all why I couldn't just get past it. Like I said, before you meet Mr. Right, and before you have kids and start having a family, you visualize your life in a totally different way. And that's what I was going through at the time. I visualized my life so different. Now, I would never ever take away from having Jasmine and getting married at a very young age. I got married, y'all, when I was 20. It took a lot of healing and soul searching on my part, and it took a lot of change in his mindset on his. Because here it was, I could have been graduating from college. However, I see my husband like steadily progressing in the army, and like, I mean, making rank fast, getting like soldier of the month, soldier of the quarter. I'm like seeing him like get like all this recognition and all of this stuff, and I'm just like, poor little me. Stephanie was not supposed to just be somebody's wife and mother. I've always said, I gotta be me first before I could be anybody else. All right. Fast forward to this argument. He didn't want to talk? Okay. You don't want to talk? Let me tell y'all what I did. We used to have this little money box, and it was like a little like cash box, and we would put money in it every time we got paid, and we had done like accumulated a good little chunk of change, right? Well, I went and stood in front of the TV, and y'all, he was watching wrestling or something like that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Can we talk about this? And he said no. Well, actually, he didn't say nothing. This is what he did. Y'all, he continued to look at that TV as if I was invisible. Like he could just see straight through me, okay? Y'all, what did that do? That pissed me off. So, I went to our little hiding spot. I grabbed the funds, and oh, now I got his attention, y'all. He was like, "Where you going with? What are you doing? Like, where you going with our money?" Oh, well, since you act like you don't want to talk to me and you don't want to listen to me, you know what? I'm about to leave. Now, this is the side note.
Y'all, Mr. Longno, at any given day, on any day, at any given time, I could have called May Rose, and y'all, May Rose would have had me on the first plane back
okay?
to Hollywood.
My mama ride or die.
My mama ride or die.
On all days, okay? She don't care. She ride or die. So, he just automatically knew, oh, she must be about to call her mama and she about to go back home. Well, I ain't call my mama. I called my homegirl. And as I'm like calling, right? I'm dialing the number. He hung the phone up. All she heard me say was, "Stop!" And he hung up, right? Now, if you good friends with somebody, you know that when your homegirl call, you might be in distress. So guess what, y'all? She still came. Regardless of him hanging up, code word, honey. Come over here immediately. Now, let me just tell y'all what happened in the meantime while she was trying to get to me. All right, so now he is like, he see that I'm like packing up stuff, you know, y'all packing all the way up to this point. I got Jasmine a little potty, like, you know, the little training pot. Got that, and I'm like putting everything by the door, and he was like, where are you going? And I said, don't worry about it, you know, I'm going away. How about that? Well, y'all, he wasn't liking the fact that I was talking about going away, and clearly I wasn't giving him like any specifics about where I was going. So he was like, she about to leave me. So now, what you think happened? Guess what? Now he want to talk. And I'm like, you know what? It's too late for that. I don't feel like talking now. So I'm like trying to get like the stuff, and like Jasmine is like sitting on the bottom of the staircase, and she's like, oh, we're going on like a little field trip. Yeah, that's what I had to tell her, y'all. We going on a field trip. Not we leaving daddy, okay? Field trip. So, I'm telling him, you know, you just need to go on and get out my way. Well, y'all, it's funny how when a man think you about to leave him, it's funny how all of a sudden, like, now they want to communicate. Now they want to talk and all of this stuff. Well, that wasn't going over too well with me, because I was just like, why wait? Like, why go through all of this for nothing? So he like stopped me, and like he was like, Steph, let's talk. Y'all, next thing I know, I done mushed him in his head, okay? In his head now. And he was like, okay, I deserve that. So, you know, me thinking, oh, well, you know what? He took that. I might have to get me another good mush in, right? So yes, y'all, I was talking and running off at the mouth, and then mushed the brother again, okay? Y'all, let me just say this. I should have just let it be that one mush, because the second mush, like this time, he like grabbed me like by my arms like this, and he was like, Steph, stop like hitting me, stop putting your hands on me. Now in the process of doing this, y'all, he stepped on my toe, and when he stepped on my toenail broke, and I looks down and my toenail is bleeding now. Y'all, I said, you done drew blood, you gots to die. Y'all, Mr. Long took off, okay? Y'all, we was running around the dining room table in our house for a good about 5 minutes. You drew blood, I got to draw some blood too. Now, side note, I do not condone violence on no level, okay? I'm a firm believer in don't put your hands on a man or a woman, and guess what? You won't have to worry about them putting hands back on you. Now, with that all being said, child boo, y'all, I was not going to stay. And at that time, that's when he stopped, and he was like, you know what? You're right. Here it is. I'm trying to like keep you here. And clearly right now, for us not to hurt one another, somebody need to leave. And so he was like, I guess, you know, you was already finna leave, so I'm gonna help you when she get here. Y'all, she got to the house, and I put my stuff, he helped me put my stuff in the car and all of this. And the next thing you know, she went back in the house and she talked to him, and she was just like, you know, you need to understand how Steph is feeling. You know, she's not happy. She was doing things like before y'all got married that now clearly has been put on hold because y'all done had a baby, y'all done moved over thousands of miles away from y'all family, and now, you know, she is just feeling some kind of way. Y'all, that talk probably didn't do nothing, because that shit went in his ear and out the other, because I still left. I left, and I was gone for 3 whole days. Now, in the process of me being gone, I ain't gonna lie, of course you want your husband to like come and get you, like, you know, be that knight in shining armor that, you know, he is to you, or how you see him. Child, if I would have continued to wait, that shit wasn't gonna happen, because you know what, that's how stubborn my husband is. He felt like, oh, well, she left, she'll come back when she want to. And y'all, on the 3rd day, just like Jesus rose,
Stephanie rose, and Stephanie said, you know what, Steph, he is collecting BAH because of you and Jazz. He also is in government quarters because of you and Jazz. So take your ass back home, girl.
Yep, I sure did, y'all. I told my friend, I said, thank you for letting me stay over here while I think this through.